everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt Sauer with Different Mortgage. Today I want to talk to you about mortgage points. Does buying them make sense for you when you're getting a mortgage? And they can have an impact on your overall financial decision and your monthly payment and how much money you pay in the long run. So today I want to look at what is a mortgage point, what are the pros, what are the cons, and what's the best strategy for using them or not using them. So let's take a look. Let's get started. First thing, what is a mortgage point? So a mortgage point, to keep it simple, is a fee that you pay to the bank or the lender in exchange for a lower interest rate. So you give them money up front and then you get a lower interest rate in a monthly payment. Typically when you hear a point, it determines or comes out to be like 1% equals 1 point. So one thing to keep in mind is you don't always need to pay 1%. You could pay a half a point, a quarter of a point. You can even do reverse points where you get paid to take a higher interest rate. And essentially, when you pay that, you're getting that lower rate, lower monthly payment. So what are the pros of points? So basically the pros are just that. You are getting a lower interest rate, lower monthly payment in exchange for that money. So in some cases, if you end up having that loan for a longer period of time, you're gonna save more money in the long run. On the flip side of that though, the cons are you have to give that money up front. So that comes out of your emergency fund or reserves for the lower payment, and you got to see how much of a difference is it? Does it make sense to do that? And then really, is it something that if you ended up selling or refinancing before the break-even point, you're actually going to lose money? So that's like the pros, lower payment. Con is the upfront cost to get that. And then a big key factor is the break-even point and calculating the break-even point. Simply, that's just you take the difference in the cost between interest rates and the difference in the payment, divide those into each other, and you come out with a break-even point of how long it's going to take you to recoup that money. So if you do let's say you figure out paying 1 point, we'll save, is $1,000 on a $100,000 loan, it drops my payment, $100. Well, you divide $100 into 1,000, that's 10 months. It would take you 10 months to recoup that money. So after 10 months, you start saving $100 a month. So if you think you're going to be either staying there longer than 10 months before you could refinance or sell, it would make sense. Now, if you were, let's say $50 and that becomes 20 months and you're in the market we're in right now where we think like, gosh, rates are high, Fed's expected to cut rates at the end of the year, maybe 6 months later, your break even is now 20 months, maybe it doesn't make sense to do that. Or maybe I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this house. So it really comes down to looking at your break even point. So getting back to strategy. So what is the strategy with all this? So typically it's going to be unique for every situation. You're going to want to look at what are the costs, what are the savings, what is the break-even point, what is my personal situation with how long I think I'm going to be in this property, and then also what kind of market are we in. So right now, in my personal opinion, I don't think it makes sense to pay points unless there's a huge difference and you can get a break-even point of 12 months or less. If it's over that, I think most people are going to see rates drop and be able to refinance. So strategy-wise, in my opinion right now, would probably be, not do it. When we're in the low rates and the 3s and the 2s, like, hey, that probably makes sense because there probably is not gonna be an opportunity to refinance lower. But again, this is something that, it's not like there's just like, hey, there's a rate at no point, there's a rate at 1 point, there's rates at a quarter point, a half, 3/4. So you really want to get a professional that's going to look at it for you, analyze it, go over the pros and cons, and then help you make a wise decision. That's where I come in. That's what I do. I've been doing this for 20 years, so I know this inside and out. Hope you enjoyed the channel. If you do, like it, subscribe, and then we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully come up with some more content for you. Thanks, take care, and God bless.